Welcome, everybody, to today's very special episode of the I Went Outside Today podcast. This is one of your hosts, Chris, speaking.
I'm Cheryl.
You can't say they're all special because then none of them are special.
I said this one was very special, and they all are because we make very good podcasts. If you agree, please leave a rating on wherever you get your pods.
I'm Sydney. I did the thing.
Thank you, Sydney. And so I just fixed Sydney of her delusion that this is not a very special episode.
You didn't even do nothing. I did all the work. I booked it. I hit my microphone. I went to it. I did everything.
I cured her of one delusion right after we sent her to another one, the Disney delusion.
I'm a producer of this episode.
Good job.
Technically, Cheryl or I am.
I'm the producer.
We found the event.
I bought the ticket.
You're the executive producer.
I'm the executive producer. Is that what that means?
In Hollywood, yeah. I had to Google it because I was like, why the hell is Chris Hemsworth the executive producer of this random movie? And basically all it means in Hollywood is that they spent the money,
yeah,
to fund it. So you're welcome.
Oh, give me an executive producer credit.
We don't have credits. True story.
God damn it.
Yep. You have to earn your chief of security position before you get your executive producer.
Oh my god, it was so long ago.
How's it going, chief?
I don't even know what platforms we have. We don't have Snapchat. That's for creeps. Facebook has a Snapchat feature. It's called Vanish Mode.
Cool story.
I went to a play.
You went to a play called The Disney Delusion. Here is the description on the Facebook page. What to expect. After a sold-out run at last year's Edmonton Fringe Festival, the Disney Delusion returns to the grindstone to kick off a 6-city tour on the Fringe Festival circuit. Comedian Leif Olesen Cormack pushes confessional storytelling to its limit in this one-person show about a methodically moronic plan to double down on unrequited love through a disastrous trip to Disneyland, featuring criminal acts, surgically altered sugar daddies, Sinatra impersonators, and a cynically charged coming out. This, unfortunately, true story is not to be missed. Rated 16 plus for coarse language and adult themes.
How Disney themed was it?
Some, maybe 40%. It was about going to Disneyland, but
So they're going down to California.
Yeah, California. But I think they went to LA and then they were going to drive up to Anaheim, which doesn't make any sense because it's far.
Yeah.
Like when he was telling the story, I was trying to think in my head because I don't want to pull up my phone out and be rude, but I was like, I feel like it's far. So it's a weird decision, I feel, personally.
How would you go?
I would just go to Anaheim if I was going to go to Anaheim, and I would go to LA if I was going to go to LA. But I wouldn't go to LA because their airport is like dirty. It's just the grossest airport I've ever been in. Don't go to LAX.
I've been to LAX once.
Did you think it was dirty?
I didn't think it was dirty, but I was astounded how, of all the different food establishments, all with different branding, sold the exact same food at the exact same price. Like pre-packaged. I'm like...
There's no variety.
Yeah. But they're all different name stores. It made no sense. Like, they could have just saved themselves on branding and just had one single store duplicated throughout the entire place.
So you sent us a message when this event started.
I sent many messages.
Yes. The one was you were the only one in the audience. Did that happen through the whole show? Were you the only one?
Thank God other people showed up because that was very stressful. So first of all...
So you were the first one there.
Yeah, I was eager. I was an eager beaver. I wasn't the first one there at the grindstone, but I was the first one that went into the room because it's actually so cute, but it's in like this weird, it's like kind of off-white out. So first of all, the show was at 9:00 at night, which is so fucking late.
That's when the fun starts. Unless you're an old person.
You never want to be on White Up after 9. Everyone is weird and drunk. But this is like a little bit off White Up, so it's fine. But it was just so late. I have to get up for work so early, and it was so late. I took the next day off work. Ahead of time. I didn't like call in sick or anything. I booked a vacation day the day after. So the grindstone is just like a really cute little bistro, and they have a little theater. But I didn't know what it was or where I was going. So I showed up, and I just like showed my QR code to the guy at the front, and he was like, oh yeah, you don't have to show that here, you go around to the theater, and like you're just in a little cove and you can't see anything, so you don't really know like the size of anything or like how, like where to go. So I just sort of blinked at him, and then he said, have you ever been here before? And I said no. And so he was very nice. He took me, he said, here's the bar and you can get a drink and you can take a drink in the theater. And I was like, I picked a horrible time to like not be drinking, because I didn't even know you could drink in theaters, and now all of a sudden everywhere I went you can drink in the theater. So everyone was like at the bar, but I didn't get a drink, so I just like went straight into the theater. So then I was just sitting in it by myself.
You were early.
I was early. I did it.
I don't believe it.
I did it. I was like 10 minutes early.
That's the earliest you've ever been.
I'm an executive producer, so doing a shoulder brush.
Well, then you should be executive producer all the time if you're going to be early for things.
No.
So
and I didn't want to go in because I was afraid, and you didn't text me. You didn't answer any of my texts.
I'm sure I was busy ignoring you.
Yeah, you're the worst.
So this is your first time at the Grindstone Theater?
Yes. And it's just a little small theater. It had like 3 rows of chairs and then a back row. Have you been there?
We have.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
Cheryl and I have been there a couple times.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Grindstone.
Yeah.
We had been there for Weird Al karaoke night.
That's right. And D&D improv night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Just live Dungeons and Dragons. They had a giant wooden dice that you could roll. So they let audience members like roll the players' actions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good time.
It was a fun
I got
time.
to roll a dice.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sitting in there. You were
Alone and
sitting
afraid.
alone in a theater, frantically texting on your phone in a pure blind panic, sweat rolling down your face,
I don't sweat.
shadows in every corner.
No. Oh, and there was this big cube that was just rotating, and it was very distracting, like just on the ceiling. And I don't know what it was there for or what it did.
Did
Any
you ask?
questions? No, there's no one to ask about it. I guess I could ask the guy at the front that said, if you have any questions, let me know, but it didn't seem like the kind of question to ask.
You let him down.
Sorry.
That's his job. He gets paid to answer your questions.
Well, he probably doesn't even know about the cube or what it's doing there, or why was it spinning. You know what I mean? I wonder if it's like some sound, but it's like a little room. I don't think it needs acoustics.
So then what happened after? When did people start filling the room?
So then people just like kind of came in maybe after 5 minutes, and everyone was pretty spread out. But someone sat kind of in front of me that was kind of like blocking my view a little bit. But then I didn't want to move because then I didn't want to make them feel self-conscious about ruining my view. No, I'm kidding. And everyone came in, and it was maybe like half full or so. It's a pretty small room. I don't know if it was like sold out, but because of social distancing, it was only like half capacity. But and it was like super late.
It's Alberta. COVID's been canceled since the second day of COVID.
Oh my god, so true. And then the guy came on, and it was sort of like more like a stand-up kind of thing. And if you ever seen Mortified Nation, have you ever seen that?
No.
Watch Mortified Nation. It's my favorite thing. It was sort of like that vein of storytelling, like super, or presented as like super true and really, really embarrassing type storytelling. And it's basically the story about him coming out as bisexual and getting a crush on this guy that was at college or something with him. And after a while, basically formulating this plan that to get with this guy, he's going to take him to Disneyland, because the friend asked if he wanted to go on vacation to Mexico, and he thought, like, we can't go to Mexico because he'll just, the guy will be hooking up with everyone. That's what you do at resorts, right? You get wasted and that kind of thing. He's like, we're going to go to Disneyland where it's just me and like families of 4. And like, that's kind of his plan to get this guy to seduce him. And like, he's kind of like presenting it in like a cringy, sort of creepy, obsessive way, but it's also like really funny. He's very endearing, and he's very charming storyteller. So that's like the premise of the show. And then he just walks you through that whole adventure of them. They flew to LA on the day that Obama got elected, and then they were going to go up to Anaheim or like something like that. I think that's what it was. Because they ended up going and partying in Hollywood, and all this, insanity ensues basically. And they run into a sugar daddy that names all of his sugar babies after where he meets them. So he's seeing like,
So this is like an older guy.
An older guy, yeah. So he sees like seeing the phone like Darren Prism and all these like weird names, and then he puts him in his phone as Leif Obama because he met him at like an Obama party. Yeah, and then he tries to seduce his friend, and shenanigans ensue.
So this being a one-man show, was he just on like a bare stage? Any props around there?
No props.
Or
there was a bench for sitting at for serious, like when you got to sit down moments and level with the audience.
Oh yeah.
But that was it. That was the only prop.
Glass of water.
And captivating though. For one guy, like talking at you for an hour, totally captivated.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Spoken word artist. Pretty good.
So you said 40% of the show was about Disney, so they obviously eventually get to Disneyland even after all the shenanigans.
Yeah, but there's also like a lot of, all of the being about Disney isn't necessarily them being at Disneyland. It's about how much he loves Disneyland and like that kind of thing.
Okay.
And the feeling that you get at Disneyland, which I can't relate to at all because I've never been to Disneyland. So sad about that. We should go to Disneyland. So it's not all like about when they're out there, but they do make it to Disneyland. Yes.
Okay,
So he has this like idealized version of Disneyland.
And how it's going to go. Like he has
how
a
it's
whole
gonna
day
go.
planned out. Like how it's all going to go and how he's going to... I don't want to give away like the whole show.
I think the title probably gives away the ending.
Yeah, they don't end up together. I think that's pretty clear from the title. It does not work out.
It's all a delusion.
Yeah.
We're good.
So he gets there and it doesn't work out. That's how you're saying it ends.
Well, it starts not working out way before that when they're in, I think, East Hollywood with the sugar daddy doctor.
Like when he's trying to hold hands, that not working out, or like what's not working out?
The guy just doesn't like him back.
It's like one of those things where it's like I might be my best friend, or how does
It's
it
like
go?
unrequited is just sort of like an understatement for it's like super unrequited love.
I might not be my best friend's best friend.
Oh, I don't like that thought at all. I'm my best friend's best friend. I am. Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine.
Ew, I don't like that thought though. It's gross. But yeah, kind of like that. Ew.
You're gonna make some phone calls tonight, aren't you?
You're going to journal about
Just
it tonight.
checking. No, I'm probably going to forget to journal about it. And then I'll have to get out my forgot to journal pen.
Don't worry, I'll text it to you around 2 a.m.
No. I'll block you.
I guess
You
we could
derailed me with that comment.
No, it's all you can think about.
Yeah.
So growing up, like, so I guess because we've decided this is going to be a Disney-themed episode, Chris and I have some Disney-themed things set up for you, but what kind of things do you like about Disney, or what's your favorite Disney movie?
Ooh. I really, really loved Lilo and Stitch for a long time, but it's pretty neck and neck with Moana for me. I saw Moana as an adult when you're probably, I feel like, maybe too old to watch Disney movies, but I fucking love Moana. And Lin-Manuel Miranda, who does the music of Hamilton, did the music for Moana. I didn't know that when I saw Moana, and I was just like obsessed with the music, and I was like, why am I so obsessed with these fucking Disney songs like as an adult? And then later I found out that he did it, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Cool.
So yeah, neck and neck with Moana, but I really like Lilo and Stitch. Very quotable. I also feel like a alien, so yeah. I would also build a model of San Francisco and destroy it after having too much caffeine.
That's fair, me too.
So
That means you could work in movies if you pull that off. That's all the movies are
destroying San
these
Francisco?
days. Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, Ant-Man, they wrecked San Francisco a couple times.
I never saw Ant-Man, I don't think.
Oh.
No, I've seen the first one. I don't think I've seen the other ones.
Yeah, they're both in San Francisco.
Oh.
Everywhere you look.
I thought the other Avengers are like in New York.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You never noticed the Transamerica Pyramid and the Golden Gate Bridge? No.
I don't know what that means. What's the Transamerica Pyramid?
It's that building in San Francisco that's like just a tall, narrow pyramid.
Oh.
You've never been.
I have been to
I
San
understand.
Francisco. How dare you?
You don't even know the Transamerica Pyramid.
I went to San Francisco by myself when I was 17 because my parents don't love me. I mean, what?
That's going to be the sound clip at the start of the episode.
I'm texting it to Dad.
No, Mom's the one that let me go. I was 17 and a half, and I begged to go during the school year to see a band because it was their first tour ever, and she let me go.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember that pyramid thing, and I stayed downtown.
It's downtown.
I probably walked past like 100 times, and I went to the Golden Gate.
It's one of the tallest buildings.
They're all tall, and I'm small. So I don't look at me like I should. I'm going to Google it. You get so mad when I touch my phone, but then you bring up all these things, and I feel like maybe you're lying.
Are you sure you just didn't land in Red Deer and then spent the week there?
No, I went to the Golden Gate Bridge, and I went to a Johnny Rockets after it was discontinued in Canada, so I know I was in the States. And I had to cross the border, and they tried to call my parents, and it was a fucking disaster. Pyramid Building, San Francisco.
According to Wikipedia, the Transamerica Pyramid at 600 Montgomery Street.
Oh,
between
that's
Clayton,
not a
Washington
pyramid.
Streets
Calm
in the
down.
Financial District
I know
of
what
San
that is.
Francisco, California, United States.
Stop it.
Is a 48-story.
I know what this building is. You said it was gold.
What?
Oh, I... Maybe you said Transamerica Golden Gate.
Yes, you did.
I mixed it up. I thought you were talking about a giant golden building. And I was like, no, there's a red bridge.
No, the giant golden building is in LA.
There's also a
I know what this
giant.
building is. I know what it is.
There's also a giant pyramid in Vegas. Have fun.
The Luxor. I know that one. I know it. I know all of the pyramids.
So anyway, you're sitting in this theater, listening to the man tell his story about his Disneyland delusion.
Yeah, and then he finished the story and we left because that's how comedy shows work.
No. So was it like a packed house when you were there?
No, like half full.
And the crowd, pretty good crowd.
Oh, really good crowd, yeah. And like a lot of jokes that he made, like I actually laughed out loud, which is pretty hard to make me do because I'm pretty dead inside. So I can watch like many funny things and be like, oh yeah, that's funny.
Good job, Leaf.
But it has to take like an artist to make me laugh, like that TikTok I showed you before we started the show. Artist.
That none of the rest of us laughed at.
Oh my God, whatever. You don't even know humor. It's so funny.
And so, much like the sound bathing episode, did you leave this event with a big smile on your face?
No, just like a normal face.
Oh.
I only had a normal face. Because I was on White Ave in the middle of the night. So.
How long was it?
An hour, thank God.
10 p.m. is not the middle of the night.
It's the middle of the night.
Okay, Grandma.
You know what's funny is I actually stay up till like 2 or 3 a.m., but I just like to be in my home. I don't like to be out of my home past like 7, but I like to be awake until like 4 a.m. So it's the middle of the night for being outside. It's different. Inside, like 2 a.m. is like 8 p.m.
And so what was your favorite part of the whole Disneyland delusion?
I think the Leif Obama joke was like top 5. That was pretty funny.
What were the other 4?
Ooh, it's been like a week. I forgot all the jokes.
Well, you remember the story. What was your favorite parts of the story? Other than the sugar daddy. Because I think you might want one. Secretly.
Openly, I don't want to pay my own rent. Openly. Somebody pay my rent for me so that I can move and live by myself. And then just pay the rent and don't talk to me ever. I don't know. All of the story was pretty good.
So do they actually make it to Disneyland together? Because you say it sounds like they weren't.
Oh
hitting it
yeah,
off
but
right from
so
the
they're
start.
like, in East Hollywood, and then they do eventually. They're like supposed to drive to Anaheim, and then the sugar daddy convinces them to go out and is giving them like hundreds of dollars, to go party with him, and he's gonna pay for everything. So then they agree, and they're like, oh, we gotta behave though because we're gonna go to Disneyland tomorrow, and we're going on all the rides, and like he's got all the rides scheduled that they're gonna go on, and I think one of my favorite parts was when they're like at one of the clubs and everything's kind of going to shit and everyone's getting like way too drunk, and the other guy doesn't like want to hang out with him because they make like a pact to. His friend is like, oh, if you find someone and you want to go hook up with him, don't even worry about me. I'll be totally fine. And then the guy is like, he knows he's making that offer so that he'll make it back. But then he turns around and goes, oh no, we'll stick together. This is like a trip about our friendship. So like, that was pretty funny. So then the guy starts like hitting on other bartenders and it's like all going to shit. And they like lose him and can't find him at one point. And this is like in California. Obama's just been elected, but they repealed gay marriage, I guess the same day. I didn't know this actually in the States. The day that Obama got elected, they repealed gay marriage in the state or in California.
Oh, weird.
Where they were. So they're like at a gay bar.
California.
Or like something, I don't know, I forget the name of the proposition, but it was like everyone is like not happy. They're like moping in the streets because they have just like done this terrible thing in California, and they run into a gay wedding planner, and like Leif is trying to like socialize with people, and like he doesn't want to be left alone with the doctor too much, so he's trying to bring other people into their crowd, and like all he can bring in is like a gay wedding planner who like clearly has bigger fucking problems because like gay marriage just got canceled and he specializes in gay weddings. That was pretty brutal. And then at the end of the night when he lost his friend, the gay wedding planner, I think like stayed and hung out with him while they were trying to find his friend. So I thought, that's a nice gay wedding planner. Good job. Help out your fellow gay man in the middle of the night in East Hollywood.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or bisexual.
Yeah, right. I almost said gay sexual. I mixed up my words.
I think people would know what gay sexual means if you told them that's what your orientation was.
Yeah. But
I
no,
only
he's
like gay
bisexual.
people.
Yeah, we can't play into bi erasure on the podcast. We have to be more forward thinking than that.
And so it sounds like the whole gist of the story is that it was a road trip. And they say one of the big tests of a relationship between two people is to take a vacation together, take a trip together.
Yes, and especially I think I was only like 3 hours, so that's not really a road trip. But if you want to find out if you fucking hate someone, take a road trip with them, like a real road trip. Although I took a road trip for a month with my Italian friend, and we still speak, so good job to us. But it's not easy to be on the road that long with someone.
Good job, Italian friend.
Good job.
You made the cut.
Yeah. She's a nice lady.
Who didn't make the cut?
Who have I traveled with that I don't... Oh my God, a lot of people that I don't speak to anymore. But actually not because of, like, the trips. But you can definitely tell...
Yeah.
Some people just really grate on you. I'm like, I can't really be around people 24/7 when I'm traveling. One of my best friends that I, like, absolutely love traveling with, and I wish I could just always travel with her, is my friend Lindsay. And she's just, like, so chill and can kind of, you know, be quiet near you, which is, like, my favorite type of person. I don't like to always have to engage. It's, like, very exhausting. Yeah. Like, after we do this, I'm not going to speak to anyone for 48 hours.
Is it like that Ron Swanson quote where he's like, we've never said a word to each other. I don't even know his name. He's the best friend I've ever had.
Yes, yes. That's like my type of person. Yeah. Oh my God, Ron Swanson. But yeah, if you want to get to know someone, travel with them.
Yeah.
And so in the context of the story, things probably weren't working well for them either.
No. Because I think they just had different ideas. I mean, well, they did have different ideas, right? The one guy wanted the other guy to, like, fall in love with him. And the other guy wanted to get fucking wasted and, like, hook up with a bunch of people. So you gotta travel with people that have similar travel goals and styles to yours. They not have similar travel goals and they not have similar travel styles.
You know, it's a good way is to meet people while you're traveling.
That's true. I met lots of really good people. I met this wonderful Australian lady on a tour. She's very nice. I still talk to her every once in a while. I haven't talked to her in a while, though.
Good story.
Side tangent.
You should call her now. We'll include it in the episode.
Seriously. I think it's like the middle of the night over there. No, but I met lots of nice people traveling. But I met one lady that said she was from Canada. And I was like... or I was talking to someone else. And about like the Canadian provinces, and I was like, listen, all you need to know is that Quebec is the fucking worst. It's trash. And then the lady behind me that was also Canadian was from Quebec, and she was pretty stony to me for the rest of the trip. So
wow.
I can believe it, though. When I was in Cuba, the trashiest tourists there were all from Quebec.
Seriously, like, I stand by what I said. Oh, but then I think I said, like, I'm from Alberta, and she was like, like, not surprised. I am who I am. Oh, boy.
This is going to be a Quebec-Alberta fight starting now.
We stand by what we said about Quebec.
I do
Wexit
not.
versus whatever
All right,
Quebec
calm down.
was going to call themselves. Their whole movement.
Oh, what is that called?
Quebec.
Quexit?
Quebec.
They should call it Quexit.
Quebexit?
Quebec Separation Federation, I think.
Yeah, the separatist party of Quebec.
So the guy's plan for Disneyland, what did he envision in his head? Because I assume he had like a fantasy of how things would go down.
Like they're gonna ride all of the rides in like whatever order, and then like at X time before the fireworks went off, they were gonna ride the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, I think. And then because it ends up somewhere,
Because pirates are sexy.
I guess so, I don't know. Pirates don't wash. They're not that sexy. And like famously STDs. So.
Well, now.
And scurvy.
But before that reputation came around.
Scurvy's not sexy.
They're bad boy seamen.
Gross. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, and then like I guess there's, I don't know Disneyland, so this is like not very relatable to me, but I guess there's some place to eat and sit that he picked out where they were going to be right as the fireworks went off so that they could have a romantic, not friend kiss.
Which is what they're having up until that point.
Yeah, they were having friend kisses before that.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have kisses with your friends. You don't kiss your friends?
I forgot.
Why are you so cold-hearted?
That's probably why I don't have many friends.
I don't kiss my friends either.
I don't kiss friends post-COVID.
But pre-COVID?
Sometimes you gotta kiss your friends.
So you would recommend other people to go see this play?
Yes, I would recommend other people go see this play. Why was it playing now if it's not the Fringe Festival?
He might be practicing to get ready for the Fringe Festival.
Oh.
It's true.
I would even go again to that thing. It's pretty funny. But not at 9. On a Wednesday.
For future suitors of Sydney, remember, if you're taking her to Disneyland to propose your true love, do not take her out past 9 p.m.
No. I need to be back in my home at 9 p.m. Or it's different if you're already out at 9, but like to leave your home at like 8:30 to be somewhere at 9 is silly. And I didn't like that part of it. But I really like the Grindstone Theater. I thought it was pretty.
Yeah, it's a cute place.
So it was worth leaving your house at 9 p.m.
Barely.
So that's a yes.
But yeah, it was a good play. You should go check it out.
Well, so continuing on from that, Cheryl and I didn't know too much about what you'd be going to, so we thought we'd come at you with some Disney facts.
So where do we want to start? Do we just want to start one of us at a time with the facts, or do you want to...
I kind of put together a quick quiz for you guys.
Okay.
I can do a quiz.
Okay.
But we'll start with Cheryl's thing.
Sounds good. I'm also going to get you to do a quiz. I am going to get you to do the BuzzFeed party quiz. What Disney princess are you?
Ooh.
Prediction, Sydney.
I am Moana.
Okay, so not all the Disney movies are in this. It's an old quiz, just warned. What is your favorite Disney movie? So the options are Hunchback of Notre Dame, Robin Hood, Aristocats, The Lion King, The Love Bug, or Freaky Friday. Oh, we've also got Sword in the Stone, Lady and the Tramp, and Black Cauldron.
I didn't know Freaky Friday was a Disney movie.
Yep.
And the remake.
Of those options, my favorite Disney movie is Hunchback of Notre Dame. Because did you know that like 10 seconds into that movie, they're singing this like terrifying song about like hellfire and murdering babies?
Cool.
They changed the main character from a priest to a judge because they didn't want to offend the Catholic Church.
That sounds 100. I believe that 100%.
On to the next question. Your enemy.
Then why is the judge and they go in the thing and he's like sanctuary and then like shouldn't there be a judge or a priest?
There was a priest in the church.
Oh, but he wasn't the villain.
Yes, correct.
Got it. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Your enemies are probably envious of my industriousness, my looks. I don't have enemies. My determination, my dreams, my wealth, my bravery, my demeanor, or my passion.
I don't have anything to be envious of. So maybe that I don't have enemies.
Okay.
I feel like Moana's not in this.
I don't think so, no. What are you most scared of?
Yeah, Sydney.
What are you most scared of?
Saying goodbye to my friends, losing my job.
Baby murdering judges.
I don't think that's on here. Pop quizzes. Global warming.
Global warming.
Yeah?
I'm the most afraid of
Okay.
global warming.
I will select global warming.
What was the other answers?
The other answers were scissors, corporations, war, being alone, or standing still.
Yeah, I stand by it.
Okay.
Global warming?
What do you look for in a soulmate?
Nothing.
Loyalty?
Money.
Steadfastness? Well, wealth is on here, so I can
Wealth.
definitely pick that. Okay.
Well,
Just for our listeners.
wealth and like stoicness and like awayness and like emotionally distant and physically distant.
I think you want a partner that's a ATM machine down the block.
Yes.
Choose an animal to talk
And who's
to.
not allergic to cats.
Also ATM machines.
All right. Choose an animal to talk to. Phoenix, bluebird, mouse, meerkat, warthog. Animals can't talk. Cockatoo, shark, and a possum.
Animals can talk because cockatoos can talk and it's terrifying. But I'm going to choose possum.
Okay.
I would also choose hairless cat, but it's not on the list.
No, it is not.
Or
on this.
regular cat. I saw a regular cat today.
Good job.
So Lucifer, you talk to Lucifer
100%.
and Cinderella.
Oh.
Lucifer is just misunderstood and the mice bully him.
Bold stance. Justice for Lucifer.
Just
We're going to make t-shirts like that for our merch.
I said what I said.
What do you like to do with your time off?
Lay on the floor.
Okay.
And be sad.
Go camping.
Ew.
Just get out of town. Get together with my family. Lie around, which I suspect will be your answer. I'm always working. Play video games.
I literally am always working though.
Burn the candle at both ends.
But I don't like to do it.
LARP or go to the beach.
Lay around.
Okay.
What do you mean, like, what do you like the most? And then it says I'm always working. No one likes to always be working.
I don't know. It probably has to do with like Cinderella always having to clean.
Yeah, but she doesn't like it.
No,
Or Tiana from Princess and the Frog.
that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too. What is the secret to true love?
It doesn't exist.
Humor, understanding. I'll know when I find it.
So this is love.
Gross.
Faith, compassion, acceptance, communication, chemistry, and equality.
Communichemistry. Communistry.
That's not an option.
Probably communication.
Okay.
Because you could be like, hey, I don't love you, but I want you to pay the rent. That's how you do it.
Good job.
Yeah.
It's a preview for our next Valentine's Day special.
Fun fact, I was already thinking that.
Yeah.
Where would you like to have a first date? Movie theater, bar, club, park, zoo, coffee shop, restaurant. I don't have time to date, museum.
I would like to not have it. I have time to date. I just don't want to.
Okay.
I would say movie theater, though, because then you can't talk to them. It's rude.
Fair.
Yeah. And then if they talk to you, you'll know that they're rude.
You want the best friend you've ever had.
Pick a singer. Lord, Willow Smith, Miley, Cyrus, Christina Aguilera, Miles Davis, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Bruno Mars, or Lana Del Rey?
Lana Del Rey.
She's got a good voice.
And she's sad all the time, and all of her songs are real sad. And I'm also real sad.
You didn't sound very sad after this event, though.
Well, I was briefly happy after this event because it was an hour of comedy. I'm not, it was funny.
What is your happily ever after? Having good friends.
Getting long COVID and getting laid off.
Finding my equal. Achieving my dreams, which I'm guessing is your choice.
Yes.
Having a job I love. Being in a caring relationship. Living in a mansion. Finding inner peace. I'm not sure yet. Or traveling the world.
Achieving my dreams, which is living in a mansion and traveling the world.
Well,
Got a dream. I've got a dream.
so your answer is you got Aurora. From
The sleeping
Beauty.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out, doesn't it? That does check out.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that makes sense. And I love
Congrats.
Maleficent, too.
You're just
That's
like
true.
eating and falling asleep for long periods of time.
She didn't eat. She got pricked with a sewing needle. Snow White is the one that ate.
Oh, I mistook it.
Jesus. Sloppy.
My apologies to everyone.
Yeah. She didn't eat. She thought they burned all of the spinning wheels in the kingdom except for one. And then she found it and then touched it like an idiot. Also, I touched a hot stove one time, so checks out.
Yeah. Then you passed out, fell asleep for years.
I screamed, and then Mom made me roll my hand under cold water.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I have a little bit of Disney trivia for you guys. And I'll let you both answer this. Because I think you both are pretty expert at Disney.
What are we playing for?
Before the COVID befell all of us, we were actually lined up to take part in the Disney Trivia Challenge
That's true.
in the series.
Oh, yeah, we never got to do it, though, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We did get refunded, though, which was nice.
That was like an ongoing one for weeks, right? That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
So here's an easy one.
What are we playing for?
Producer credit on
Okay.
this episode.
Excellent.
All right. So you guys know Mickey Mouse, right?
No.
Do you remember what Walt Disney originally wanted to name him?
Like Steamboat Willie or something.
It started with an M. I can't remember.
It was Mortimer Mouse.
That's right.
But his wife, Lily, said the name was pompous, and she suggested Mickey because it was cuter.
Yeah.
Aw.
Checks out.
So in a full-length Disney film, of all the films they ever made, who was the first character to ever speak in one?
The first character to ever speak in a Disney movie?
Mm-hmm. Who's the first voice you hear in a feature-length Disney film?
In all of them?
Yeah.
The narrator.
Do you know, Cheryl?
I don't understand the question.
So, in the history of Disney films, feature-length Disney theater films, whose voice do you hear first out of all of them ever?
Walt Disney himself.
The narrator.
The first character to actually speak was the evil queen in Snow White.
Oh.
The 18-year-old actress who voiced Snow White. How much was she paid?
$5. I don't know.
I'm going to say $10 a day.
Let's say a total.
Oh, in total?
Yeah, we'll do Price is Right rules. So if whoever comes closest without going over.
I'll say $500.
$501.
Sydney gets it.
What is it?
She was paid less than $1,000. She was uncredited and forbidden by Disney from taking any other roles.
Woo!
In a 1993 interview, she admitted that until she saw the film, she had no idea it was a full-length movie.
Wow.
Not taking any of the roles ever? Ever?
Pretty much.
Why?
Because she's the voice of Snow White.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Who is the first male Disney villain?
Scar.
And this is in feature films.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking the cartoons or TV movies. We're talking theater movies.
No, like Jafar, maybe? Jafar. That's an old movie.
Hexus from Fern Gully?
I'll let you guess again because that's not a Disney film.
Oh, it's DreamWorks?
That's
Okay.
DreamWorks.
Oh, The King and Robin Hood.
Oh.
I'll accept that
Okay.
as an answer. The answer that I had here was Gaston from Beauty and the Beast,
Oh, shit. Beauty and the Beast.
1995, but I think The King counts, and that definitely came out before.
Yeah.
With the animals?
Yes,
That came out
With the
before Beauty and the
animals.
Beast?
it did.
Oh, okay.
I saw Beauty and the Beast in theaters. I did not see Robin Hood in theaters.
I saw Anastasia in theaters.
Well done.
Of all the Disney princesses, who has the least spoken lines in a movie?
Sleeping Beauty.
Snow White.
Sydney, you guess this one?
Mm-hmm.
Crushed that.
She only has 18 lines of dialogue in the entire movie, and after she wakes up, she doesn't even speak another word.
Mm-hmm. Sexist.
Who is the first Disney villain in the movies to die on screen of old age?
Of old age.
Of old age.
I feel like maybe it's the Snow White Queen because she like loses her powers or something. I don't know. I'm going Snow White Queen. Or I'm going the mother from Tangled.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The mother from Tangled.
You're both correct.
Yeah.
Mother from Tangled. Who is the youngest Disney villain?
It's probably some weird baby. The youngest Disney villain.
Not counting Pixar films.
Okay.
We're talking Disney films.
Disney.
I don't know actually. Jafar.
I don't know how old he is.
That's fair.
He's got a long face, which you don't normally attribute with younger people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not Maleficent. It's not Snow White.
Snow White's not a villain.
Well, it's not the lady from Snow White. It's not the witch. I don't know. Ursula. She's a very busy woman and she doesn't have all day.
I'm going to guess Gaston.
Oh, yeah.
Hans from Frozen is canonically 23 years old. It makes him the youngest ever Disney villain.
Oh, whatever. No
yeah.
one cares about Hans.
He was the villain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who was the first animated and fictional character to be inducted into the Walk of Fame in Hollywood?
I don't know. Jafar.
Although technically Disney owns them now, I don't know if it qualifies, but Kermit the Frog?
It is Snow White.
Hmm.
In 1978, on Mickey Mouse's 50th birthday, Snow White was given her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She's the first animated character to get a star, and then since then, Snoopy, Shrek, and Bugs Bunny have also been given stars.
Nice.
All right. Here's a chance to make up some extra points. Who is the youngest of the Disney princesses, and who is the oldest?
Ariel's the youngest. Like Ariel or Moana.
Are we doing official princesses or are we doing unofficial princesses?
Official.
Okay.
Like big names here.
Well, no, so there's an official list and there's an unofficial list.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Whoever guesses closest to the random article I found online.
okay, I'm going to say youngest, Merida.
Okay.
Meredith from what? Encanto?
Brave.
Brave.
Oh, fuck.
Have you even seen a Disney film?
Listen, you said Disney and then you said no Pixar, and that's a Pixar animated movie.
It's not. It's Disney.
It looks like Pixar.
Even
Whatever.
though it's completely incorrect because they messed up her age. I'm going to say oldest is Pocahontas.
I'm gonna say that the oldest is Pocahontas and 1. I don't know. I'm gonna say I didn't pick my oldest. I didn't pick my oldest. I don't know.
That's your final answer.
No, I'm gonna pick one. Jasmine. I don't know.
Jasmine's your final answer.
Mulan. Who is it?
You have to guess, so I can tell you you're wrong.
No. I just have Colors of the Wind stuck in my head now.
So you're going with Pocahontas
I'm going with Tiana.
for oldest?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, because she owns a restaurant. What is it?
So for the youngest, Snow White is the youngest of all the Disney princesses. She's 14 years old,
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
living with a bunch of men in the woods.
I know I fucked up because Ariel is 16 and Sleeping Beauty is also 16.
How old is Merida supposed to be? Or she does not count because
Maybe
she's
she's
Pixar.
just short.
I don't know if she counts.
I think she's from Pixar. Like, she's Disney, but she's Pixar.
Yeah.
It was so Brave was released by Walt Disney Pictures, but it was produced by Pixar Animation
okay.
Studios. So it was like a joint effort.
Yeah, fair enough.
She wasn't on the list though. That's right. Jasmine from Aladdin is 15, which was one of Sydney's many guesses because she guessed all of them. Mulan and Ariel are 16.
And Sleeping Beauty is 16.
And your final guess was the correct one, but I don't think I should give it to you.
I get it.
Tiana
I win. Because she owns a restaurant.
is the oldest princess at the ripe old age of 19.
I win.
So old.
I won. I got there through logic and reasoning. You can't own a restaurant when you're 16.
You got it through scattershot answering.
How dare you?
If I was Alex Trebek, I would have shoved you out of my studio.
If
by
I
now.
was Alex Trebek, I would tell you you're stupid.
Now, if they had followed the accuracy of Pocahontas correctly, she would have
should've
been
been
12. So
Mhm.
that's why I was like, ugh.
Just very mature for her age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Already making friends with the animals.
Falling in love with an Englishman.
Getting syphilis.
Whoa, that went dark.
Going deep into the forest and talking to trees.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I have for the quiz here. I'm going to give Cheryl, the producer, credit here.
Whatever. It was rigged.
Do you have anything else there you want to put in, Cheryl?
Yeah, I was going to say, I know one of the greatest rumors out there is that Walt Disney was cryogenically frozen. Do you guys believe that that is true?
Yeah.
They say he's not under the teacup ride, but I think that's because they moved him into the castle. I bet they put him on the top parapet, just balancing on there, his frozen head.
No, they would put him in a wall like Cask of Amontillado.
But you think they're going to defrost him at some point and bring him back?
Oh, I don't think they're going to, but I believe that he paid people to have his body frozen. Like, 100% I believe that. But I don't think you can bring people back to life. They did it with a worm, though. Or they found a worm that was already frozen and then it came back to life.
A worm is basically half of what people are.
I guess.
You just throw in a skeleton,
I guess.
it's a person.
I guess.
So Walt Disney died as a long-time smoker of lung cancer at the age of 65 on December 15th. Contrary to what everyone's saying, it was actually tabloids that started the rumor that he'd been cryogenically frozen. But in fact, he was cremated and his ashes were interred at a mausoleum at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Glendale, California.
Pretty convenient that there's no remains of his body.
Interesting.
Although, like, they may have cremated the body and then frozen the head.
Ew.
You're hoping for Futurama?
I'm hoping for Futurama.
That's
He's
fair.
just in a little bucket. And I think that brings us to the end of the Disney Delusion. I would like to bring up at this point that this is the season finale for for season 2 of the I Went Outside Today podcast.
We did it.
So, Sydney, what was your favorite part of this season, do you think?
Nothing.
Whoa.
Oh, I really liked that sound bath thing. That was just wild.
And how do you compare it to the worst thing? What is the worst thing you think we did this season?
What are all the things we did this season?
Let me...
The Creationist Museum is the worst.
Creationist was season 1.
Yes.
Call back to season 1. So episode 1, you went to the Cat Fest, the virtual online cat festival.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Episode 2, Cheryl and I headlined that episode with our marriage sanity test.
Oh yeah.
When we took the Scientology marriage preparation course.
Mm-hmm.
There was the Halloween special, and we seeked out professionals to see if our family is cursed, and we took some decursing advice, and some people tried to decurse us. Actually, how less cursed are you now since Halloween?
It's the same.
The same. You still think we're cursed like the people from Holes?
A little bit, yeah.
November, you went to Fort Edmonton Dark.
Oh, that was the worst one. My friend made me do that. We had to go through the haunted house and clowns chased us.
December was the Witches and Mystics Festival.
Oh yeah, online. That was good because I didn't have to leave my home.
I think you even said that on that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For our Christmas special, we had Randonautica.
That was fun.
We hunted down presents for each other.
Mm-hmm.
January 13th was our Psychic Games episode.
Mm-hmm.
February 13th, we got your advice for people for their Valentine's Day problems.
Oh yeah.
And got some very, very interesting relationship advice from you.
It was good, solid advice.
March 13th was the Titanic episode in which you dragged James Cameron's name through the mud.
He's crazy. I produced that episode. I was an executive producer.
Good job.
April 13th was when you became immune to misinformation.
Oh yeah, that was a neat thing.
And you learned about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, and the goop.
And then after that, you got hooked on crystal.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
You went to the Crystal Basics workshop. And then the last episode you went to was the sound bathing.
I think the sound bathing was like the best one.
Sound bathing, the best. What was the worst again?
Dark.
Dark.
I just got chased by so many things.
It's a good time.
I don't like haunted houses.
Then why did you go?
I don't know. And it was freezing. It was so cold when I went. Like, holy shit, it was cold.
Congratulations, team, on a fantastic season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I
I think my favorite of season 2 was the Randonauting episode. That was fun going out, finding presents for you guys.
It was cold. It was like minus 25.
It was December.
You got to pick whatever day you wanted, so...
Well, it was cold when I did it.
We were out on a warmer day.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, that's stupid.
That's what we planned. We looked at the weather.
What was your least favorite episode?
May have to think about this, Cheryl, if you have any that comes to mind.
I felt like we had a hard time filling the episode for the sound bathing one. I wouldn't say it was necessary. Well, I would, of the ones that we've did, yeah, I would say it's the one that I had the hardest time with. I was also super tired at the time, which didn't help, but...
I don't know if it's going to be the best episode. I'm just saying I had the best time.
Yes, fair.
Because there was gongs and it sounded like space and it was just like gong, sound bath, psh, sound bath, psh.
Where were these sound effects I was asking you for last episode?
Maybe I was tired too.
You just refused to do it.
Well, I didn't want to give it away. It's proprietary, probably.
It was a proprietary gong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the Titanic episode might have been our weakest.
I am a producer. That's where you called me a terrible orator.
I think we brought up. I think you brought up the term C penis is too much, or C dicks.
There was a C dick. I don't know. How am I supposed to say it when I see a C dick? Am I not supposed to mention it?
It's supposed to be ocean phallus. Is the proper term.
It had a face though, like a Japanese. But we're not getting into it again.
No. There are websites if you're into that, people. Not our podcast.
There's a time and a place.
Yeah. Well, it wraps up.
Yeah, but I was already going to the thing, so it was easy, and then I didn't have to do something that you wanted me to do.
Fair enough. Well, I think that wraps up this season of the I Went Outside Today podcast. Join us back in September 13th for our first episode in the new season. We've already started recording for a few things there. We're going to pre-record a few episodes in advance.
Don't tell them it's the magic
year.
of behind the scenes.
Cheryl and I are getting hitched in October, so we'll probably don't want to be working on podcast duties during that time.
Can we just do that for an episode?
You can get married for an episode.
No, I don't want to.
You're supposed to get married. We had predictions and everything.
Because someone will take off my
Cheryl
stuff.
spent good money finding out who you're going to marry before you met them.
Well, blame the psychics. Don't blame me.
Flashback to our Valentine's Day special from last year.
Don't worry,
2021.
you'll meet not Jerry one day.
Gross. Okay, bye.
Until September, this is one of your three hosts, Chris, signing off.
This is Cheryl.
Bye.
And that was Sydney. She did the
I
things.
did
She's
the
bye.
things. I'm so curious.
Thanks for listening to today's very special episode of the I Went Outside Today podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, spread the joy and share us with your friends or leave a review.
If you really enjoy our podcast and you want to support us in doing more episodes, consider donating to our Patreon or leave us suggestions in the comment section on our website or social media. Or you can email us at iwentoutsidepod@gmail.com.
And make sure you follow us on our social medias. We got Twitter. We got Facebook. We don't got Snapchat because that's for creeps.
We don't have Twitter.
We don't have Twitter.
Facebook and Instagram.
We got Facebook,
Oh,
Insta.
fuck. Okay. We're not going to do it again. It's not going to be as good. Why don't we have Twitter? We got Facebook. We got Instagram. And you can see all our photos and adventures that don't get turned into episodes because every day of our life is an adventure. Bye.
And
Oh, go ahead.
you go ahead. I just asked the previous question.
I'm going off topic, so you go ahead.
I don't remember what my question is.
No.
Fight, 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 fight.
Chris and I don't fight.
We get even.
I don't know how to feel about that. You should fight with your partners.
Everyone says that, but
You should fight with everybody all the time.
no.
Diplomacy is the only way.
Gross.
Or death.
Why use your words when you could use passive aggressiveness?
Nah.
We save that for you. It's fine.
Yep.
Rude.
I save myself for active aggressiveness.
Aggressive aggressiveness?
Yeah. Kicking open doors. Telling folks how it is.
Taking names.